Joy Division and She's Lost Control from Unknown Pleasures, the 6th album on our list of must-have alt-rock records. Oh, and the thing on the front of the record? That's a radio telescope image. 100 cycles of a pulsar called PSR B 1919 plus 21 in the constellation of Vulpecula, the first ever pulsar discovered back in 1967. Drummer Stephen Morris found it in the Cambridge Encyclopedia of Astronomy. A few more records to go. The next album is also from Britain, and without it, today's British indie scene and indie scenes all over the world would be very, very different.
More of the secret history of rock coming up. Let's get back to the secret history of rock with Alan Cross.
Here is album number 7 on our list of the alt-rock albums every single record collection should contain. It's The Queen is Dead from the Smiths. Now, overall, the Smiths were a much bigger deal in the UK than anywhere else on the planet. They are still revered as indie rock gods, even though they broke up acrimoniously in 1987. The Queen is Dead was the Smiths' 3rd album. It features a mix of 60s-era British invasion, rockabilly, jangly pop guitars, and a dash of punk rock. There are even some sound effects thrown in from British cinema from the 1960s. Johnny Marr's guitar playing and producing was at its best, and Morrissey's lyrics were alternately poignant and scathing, and always literate and erudite. The Smiths recorded for Rough Trade, one of England's premier indie labels, and they remained indie for their entire career. Their popularity gave a huge boost to the whole indie scene in general. Their sound helped lay the foundations for the Manchester sound a few years later. The Smiths' DNA can be felt through much of what we heard through the Britpop era of the 1990s. And even today, there are swaths and swaths of the British music scene that seem cut from the same cloth as the Smiths. The album did not do all that well in the US. It struggled to reach number 70 on the charts. But in Canada, it made it all the way to number 28. Pretty impressive for a band on a semi-obscure independent label out of Britain. Technically, there was only one single released from The Queen is Dead. Johnny Marr picked it because he felt it would have the same kind of impact as the Rolling Stones' Jumpin' Jack Flash. Well, not quite. A little-known fact about this song. Kirsty MacColl, the woman who sings the female part in the Pogues' Fairy Tale of New York, sang on the original version of this song, but because it didn't work, it was scrapped. And instead of using another person, Marr took Morrissey's voice, sped it up to chipmunk speed, and dubbed that in the background near the end of the song. Listen for it.